Alright, guess we'll just stand right here. Alright guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. That guy in the BRZ at it again with another video for you guys. I appreciate everyone that has been following and liking all my videos. I know this is, I'm not really good at it, but I'll get good at it sooner or later. I'm making this video to let you guys know that I am getting rid of my car. It's been 4 years, it'll be 4 years in December that I've owned the car. This has been a long time coming. I bought the car in December, I think it was December 5th or December 3rd in 2016 when I bought it. I've had this car for a very long time. It's a big key part of my life, don't get me wrong. I have been pushing this video and pushing me taking it apart for basically a year. I don't really want to take it apart because once I take it apart, then I know that it's finally happening in a sense. It's definitely, it's a huge thing for me. I don't really like to get rid of like certain things, and this is definitely one emotional thing that it's hard for me to let go. When I bought the car was bone stock. So I bought this car and my plan was to bag it. I saved up enough money and I purchased air. It was the first car I ever installed air in. Granted, I never looked at the offset when I drove it, and I actually popped the two front bags in my car, which was kind of funny. Me and my buddy Will, we installed the air. We didn't even look for clearance on the bag, and it popped the bag down the street from my house, and the car would lift up a bit and then go back down. I actually had to put in the coilovers I bought back in the car down the street from my house, which was quite funny the following day. But yeah, the gist of this is that this car is a huge part of me, and I appreciate everyone that's followed me through Instagram. The reason why I made YouTube was because most people told me you should honestly put yourself on YouTube, share your knowledge with everyone else, and I built this car from scratch. I put the air in, I final wrapped the whole entire thing myself. I had a buddy of mine to help me with the bumpers. I did the spark plugs in my car. What's funny about the spark plugs, you have literally no room at all to basically put an extension in and crack the spark plugs loose, and my hand slipped and the socket and the extension basically combined it, and then it got stuck, so I actually had to drop half of the motor to get it out, and I did that here. This car has brought so many people into my life that I can call friends and close friends, and they do follow me, and I do appreciate everything that you guys have given me and shown me and through life, and I'm really glad that I can call you all as friends. But now it's time to go on to something bigger and better. This car has given me so many opportunities and to create my business, and basically this year, a month ago, I became an LLC company. This car is literally the face of my company, and if it wasn't for this car and the dedication that I put into it, I would have never be able to have a business and whatnot. And now that I've basically created this business, I can afford the car that I've always wanted. I won't tell you what it is yet. You'll see it one day in a YouTube video. I'm sorry that I haven't really been posting on Instagram as much. I just lost kind of interest in the car. But everything that I'm taking apart from the car, I will show you the whole process, and like always, I'm going to probably split it up into a couple videos because it's going to be a decently long video to make for you guys. Appreciate everything, and I thank you so much, but let's get right on to it.
That I never do shit, but my thoughts never sit, so I'm never not slick. Nigga, watch me leave this place. You stay, think about
before you basically disconnect your air from the car, you're going to want to take all air out of the bags, and then you're going to want to take all air out of the tank. Currently, right now, the current person that is buying the suspension from me is a kid that I know quite well. I know it's going to go to a good owner, and he will appreciate it. So I'm going to buy him a new tank and a new leader line. Granted, the tank kind of got messed up, so I'm gonna get him a new tank and a leader line. So don't be alarmed by this situation. It's kind of messed up right here, and I used some tape, and it held in for a long time. But so you're gonna leak all the air out of the tank from the drain plug right here, and then you can basically start taking everything apart. But we're gonna drain the tank here. We're gonna start disconnecting everything, and then I'm gonna pop the wheels off, and then basically put the factory suspension back. Taillights are coming out. I have the factory header over there, the factory mid pipe. I'm keeping the over pipe in it because I could care less about it. And then I have a factory exhaust coming in a couple days. I can't find the stock light, so some lucky winner is going to get that $60, $70 reverse light. I don't know if I should keep the wrap on it or take it off. I might just leave it on, and then I got to take out the quick release steering wheel. I'm going to put the stock shifter back in, and then I got to find a white hood. I don't have the white hood, but I got to find it. Or I'll get a other hood and just wrap it black and kind of just give it to someone. The wheels won't be on the car. The factory wheels will go on. But this is good, so that's solid. We could basically disconnect everything, and no airlines or anything will pop and blow up in our face, so that's solid. And so I'm going to start taking it apart, and then I'll bring you guys right back. So like that, guys, the air is basically out of the trunk. The tank is over there with the compressor, the water trout. So he'll get a new leader line that connects right to the compressor, and he'll get a new tank. If people actually don't run the water trap, I highly recommend, because I've worked on a lot of maintenance on a lot of people's cars, and they don't run this, which is the stupidest thing of mankind. There's a reason why they give it to you in the kit. It's so it doesn't have contaminants go into the tank. So you can open this up right here. I'll show you right now. You can see it right here. Once you open it up, when you first get it, it'll be red, but you can see that it's black and everything, so it did its job. So I'll just get him a new filter at the end of the day, not a big deal. But yeah, guys, you should be running these or run an upgraded one. Like, I've seen people run like advanced ones, but this one is perfectly fine. It worked for 3 years of my life. So now we're going to take off the wheels and start taking the bags out. So guys, basically I got the stock suspension in. So we have the stock taillights back in. They look so gross. I always hated these taillights, but I put them in. We have the stock suspension in. Let me go get a light for you, and then I'll show you. So stock suspension is back in. I actually don't remember it being this fucking high, to be honest with you. Stock control arm is back in. I left the aftermarket N-link in. I don't really care for it. I just have to get stock tow arms tomorrow. I just don't remember it being this high, to be honest with you. But all the bolts, so let's get underneath here. This, once it focuses, this bolt right here is a 17, this is a 17, and then this is a 14. And then the one in the back, all the way in the back here, this one right here is a 17 as well to put it in. And then the top mount bolts that are behind right here, and on the other side, those are 14. Top 3 bolts are 10 millimeter. The bolts in here, the top one right here, the top one, oh my god, camera's not really focusing, but the top one and the bottom one are 19s. The bolt right here is a 19 as well, but it's a, you gotta get one of those, fuck, I don't remember the name of it, but it's like it's an Allen key. You gotta go get the Allen key, put it in, and kind of crank it off if you can't impact it off. You gotta take it off in the bottom because this is an adjustable, and it comes with the air ride. By the way, this is your basically, this line right here is your speed sensor. Mine disconnected from over here. I added zip tied, and my check engine, not my check engine, my traction control and ABS brake lights are on because of this. You don't want to break this because this is an expensive piece, so I have to go out and actually buy a new one of these to put it back into the car, because it literally sliced. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on camera for you guys, but it sliced right in half. Unfortunately, the part is quite expensive. I don't know if you can see the, yeah, you probably can't even see that, to be honest with you, but it is sliced in half. So I'm gonna take this out. So guys, we now have the fronts in. The passenger side is done. I got that in. I totally forgot how high this thing is with the factory suspension in it. But here's the parts we've taken out. Taillights, lower control arm, airlift. I just have to take all the wiring out of the car. But this is some gap right here. Granted, the car is lifted in the air, so it's like hanging, but everything's in. The tow arms, the aftermarket tow arms are still in the car. As you can see right here, you can see that there is, I pulled the toe in a little too far, so I'm going to just poke it back out a little bit. So I can drive it. Tomorrow just to get the Subaru, to get the factory tow arms in it, so I can take those out as well. And then it's all like, I'm just eyeballing it, and then I'm gonna get my buddy from Subaru to get me in the alignment. So I'll show you what I'm doing so far right now. So underneath the car right now, we've got down here, this is the aftermarket tow arm. I got this from a buddy of mine. He was getting rid of it, so I kind of just picked it up for him for a good price. And right now I was pulling it towards me, so that's decreasing tow right now. It's pulling the tow in more. So I pulled it in too far, so all I gotta do is grab it from here and start pushing it back out. Because you want the wheel, you don't want to be crab walking when you're driving. So just gonna push it out. It's kind of hard to see, but it's your best bet. I mean, that looks kind of fine to me in the sense. I don't know if like you guys can really see it, but this seems kind of fine to me. So this is comparison to what it is now. I'll show you what it is before. See, this is what it is before, because I was running -7 camber in the rear. So the toe right now is poked all the way out. So we got to pull it all in now and just align it to the other side, because you can't drive like this. That's just not a thing. So you always got to check camber and your toe as much as possible. Like, see, that's fine for like eyeballing it. So like if I run into like a little bit of toe issue, I'm only gonna have it for a day, give or take. Like, I mean, that's not too bad, but it's okay. It'll be fine. I'm covered in dirt. It's also, I'll tell you the time right now. It is, pretty sure it's like 2 in the morning right now. Yeah, it's 2:33 in the morning. but I probably will upload this tomorrow at some point, and then tomorrow I'm going to go out and get the factory exhaust for the car, throw that in, show you guys all the whole process of me putting it all in, and then I'll probably show you tomorrow as well me taking out all the wiring for the airlift. But either way, this video is over, guys. I appreciate all you guys supporting me, so just don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.